Hello, my friends. All right, this is the second day of the quarantine tip series. And remember the motto here, in the face of adversity, we can diminish or we can evolve. Let's evolve. Maybe you're not working anymore. Maybe you're in enforced quarantine. Maybe you are in self-quarantine or just laying low, whatever the case. Yesterday we talked about what we put into our mind as its diet. Now, if we're doing that, our mind's going to start to settle. But it's still, there's a lot of agitation right now. No matter how much we try, for most of us, there's going to be stuff coming in that just makes us unsettled. And this is also a time, imagine you were in prison. I've known some prisoners, and I've heard sometimes that there can be the people that just rot away in prison. And they're there and they're just railing against it, and they kind of fall apart. Then there are the people that thrive there because they say, here I am, I'm stuck. What can I do with this time? Now, there's a lot we can actually do at this time, even if, like some of you, you're stuck in a small apartment in a big city. And one of the most powerful things that you can do is to forge your mind. In our culture, our minds are, almost all of us have essentially sedentary minds. You know, a sedentary body is a person that never exercises. They never get their heart rate up. They never develop any muscles. They don't have any flexibility. And their body is just not capable of doing much. Our culture encourages that, but even stronger, it encourages a mind that is sedentary. And we don't think so because we're always intaking entertainment and we're intaking information. And so our mind seems to be, wow, it's doing a lot. But it's just kind of stuff pouring in and thrashing around. It's lost its concise focus. And in meditative cultures, the mind is exercised as much or more importantly than the body. And this is our chance right now to say, hey, I'm going to use this time to make a huge paradigm shift in my life, and I'm going to forge my mind. There are 1,000 good reasons to do this. If we forge our mind, we are more emotionally resilient. If we forge our mind, we think clearly. Our mind is not as prone to the anxieties and the fears and the random thoughts and worries and everything that are so painful for us mentally. If the crap hits the fan, we're more able to respond in a stressful situation effectively. We are more relaxed with uncertainty. All these advantages to having our mind be strong and focused. Even your body. So the mind should probably be called the mind-body because the body responds to our mental state. If we are in a calm mental state, then our body is going to be healthier. Our immune system is going to be more resilient. So there's every reason to forge our mind. And what I'm talking about is meditation. And in meditation, today I'm going to be talking about the first step in meditation. So if you are new to meditation, then this is how you begin. If you have done meditation before, maybe somebody didn't share this with you, and it will catapult your meditation forward. But basically, the very first thing we need to do when we begin meditation is to learn to focus or concentrate our mind. Without the ability to hold our mind where we want it to be, it's just going to go here and there and there and there and there. And under the barrage we're under, it's extremely difficult to do anything creative meditation wise without having our mind be churned up by all these outside influences. So learning to concentrate, learning to put our awareness where we want it to be. The first step in this, developing concentration. And here's how we do it. We are going to do a simple exercise where we can do, well, we have two choices, which is a nice thing. Because our mind right now, as we start to try to learn concentration, it's going to say, no, no, I want to go out and thrash around like usual. So we're going to give it a choice. And the choice is that, number one, we can focus on one thing. You could have a dot on the wall. You can set up a little statue or whatever it would be, the letter on the spine of a book, the letter E. You choose something. You can choose different stuff every day. And you sit.
A painting.
Yeah, painting. And you stare at that thing. It really helps to choose something small, a dot in that painting. The mast of a ship or a person's eye, whatever it would be. To stare at that one thing. Let your eyes be slightly closed so that they don't get all watery. Stare at that thing and try to hold your mind on it. In meditation training, the tradition, like these beads, is going to say, at first, thank you, Dustin, these are such a treasure for me. At first, for 7 breaths. That is the beginner. If you can hold your concentration for 7 breaths. Then, if you can hold it for 21 breaths. That's kind of medium. Then, for 108 breaths. You might find when you start this out, you get halfway through 1 breath and your mind is going off somewhere. That's okay. It just means your mind has been sedentary. Now it's being exercised, and if I've had a sedentary body and I try to go out for a run, I'm going to get about 20 meters and have to stop. That's fine. Tomorrow you're going to get 21 meters. Start with trying to get 7 breaths. And as you take that breath, breathe into your belly and through your nose if you can. Exhale through your mouth as you stare at that little teeny dot, and see if you can do it for 1 breath, and then 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can count the breaths, just put a number on each one if you don't have a handy dandy bracelet. And when you get to 7, you can stop. Then do that again and again throughout the day. You'll find it relaxing and enjoyable after a while, though at first it may just be frustrating. Understand it may be frustrating, but that you are doing incredibly good things for your mind when you do this. That is the first way that you can concentrate. The second way that you can develop concentration is to pay attention to your breath. And with the forest monks, what I'm suggesting nowadays is that you just pay attention to your belly filling up with breath and as you exhale, your belly emptying out of breath. There's some people like to focus on the air coming in and out of their nostrils, but if you focus on your belly, it's going to encourage some positive breathing habits. So fill up your belly, feel the musculature move, and feel the exhale. Again, if you can get to 7 breaths, wow, you're at beginner stage as a meditator. Awesome, congrats. If you're at 1 or 2 breaths, no worries, you'll get up to 7. Once you get to 7, then start shooting for 21. When you get to 21, you've got that big goal of 108. And 108 is still just considered beginner meditation. So, but advanced beginner, how's that? So start there with the 7, see if you can get up to it.
That one got in.
So 7 breaths or 7 concentrations on the dot. That ends today's, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know how it goes, how many breaths that you can hold your concentration for before it wanders off. And we will talk with you more tomorrow. Love you all. Mwah.
Thank you for watching.